Chamber of Commerce, the National Trade Union Congress, and civil society groups as a whole have been basically lagging behind. And it is not the doing of the Chamber, it is not the doing of the unions or civil society organizations. It is as a result of the fact that, for the most part, we have not been engaged in the policy-making decisions in regards to CSME and to other bilateral agreements that the country has engaged itself into. So that puts us in the backpedaling mode. In Belize, we have a lot of laws that deals with trade union and the right to belong to a trade union, freedom of association, and so forth. And there may be one or two employers who are not aware of these laws. They're not aware of the impact of these laws within the context of their own business and how they ought to react to a situation where employees want to form a union, which is perfectly legal and nothing is wrong with that. But we have situations where employers do not want to adhere to the laws that are already part of our country's laws. So what we want is more communication, more dialogue, so that everybody knows what to do. You have to think regionally now, because if you may have a skill as a worker that may be worth so much money here in Belize, chances are somewhere else in the Caribbean that very same skill may be worth 2 times more than what is worth in Belize. So you should be aware of that opportunity, and this is what this forum is trying to establish. How mechanisms will be put in place? What can we do to contribute to that policy making, so that at the end of the day, all the workers of this country can have access to that information? From
the Chamber of Commerce perspective, what would you say are some of the issues that employees or workers in this region, and particularly here from Belize, face?
In my opening remarks, what I mentioned was that what we have, despite the educational policies that we have, and that sometimes employment, the skills that some of the employers require are not normally available in Belize. And I made particular emphasis in the area of vocational training, where the IT vets are concerned, because there's quite a bit of that skill that is lacking. And I don't think that the Chamber doesn't think that the vocational and technical training aspect of Belize's training environments, establishments are in proper places. Some time ago, you remember you had the Belize Technical College, and all of this they've really gone along the wayside. IT Vet is trying to hold up, but there is still quite a bit of lacking in that area, and most of the time employers have to get skills from outside.